Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon all. Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello, good afternoon. Agasagir, how are you, sir? Good afternoon. Hello?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. I've seen Agasagir now. How are you, sir?
They have been waiting for you and they left just now to pray. They are coming back soon.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. No problem.
They were waiting for you since they almost took 30 minutes, but I don't know if they're told them.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, sorry about it. Sorry.
Maybe you have to hold them. You have to hold them.
Yes, I won't go out again.
Just hold them.
Yes.
Waiting for you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. We are here. My brother. You're looking good, Mr. Amos. You are looking good, Mr. Amos. Oh, yeah. You are mute. Okay. Hello? Hello? Your speaker is
Oh, sorry. I'm muted. Sorry. How are you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Alhamdulillah, we are all fine, Mr.
Excellent. I'm so happy to see you all. So thank you so very much. I wouldn't want to take so much of your time. Amen. I can imagine.
You're looking good, Mr. Older, but it's like you're looking younger.
It's Nigeria. Nigeria is also not young again. So thank you so very much. I hope that's my friend and Excellency there. How are you, sirs? So thank you so very much. I think we can actually get on to start right now. Can we start?
We are fine.
Excellent. We can start, right? I can start up, right? All right, sir. All right, sir. Okay, great. Thank you so very much. So let me just.
Everyone should put his.
Okay, let me just share my. Let me share.
So that you can hear very clearly.
Excellent.
Before we start, sir, please let me introduce. There's a new member.
Thank you so very much. Please go
There's
ahead.
a new member. The name of Kaira Hafiz Imam is my colleague, and he's interested in the project. So he's joining us today to know more about.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so very much. I think let me also introduce Awa on this team. Awa happened to be one of our UN World Summit Award recognized fellows from Kano. You know, she was on the project of the UNICT for Seeds last 2 years. And this, I know, was a benefit that went across about 10 young Nigerians across Nigeria. And I'm particularly very proud of them, you know, more so as a woman. And we're trying to bridge this gender of innovation between the male and female across board. So on one hand, Awa is also somebody that Innovationbed Africa is very proud of. And we say thank you so very much to every eminent human beings there. And let me just share my screen so that I can get the project started. Right, so
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you so very much. So just permit me to share this site. If you see this site, let me know. Can we have the site?
Yeah, in there.
Okay, great. So the World Summit, the project is actually an initiative of Programmers Foundation that we call the Innovationbed Africa. And Innovationbed Africa has certain things to resolve. On one hand, for my country, Nigeria, on the other hand, for the rest of Africans, and perhaps anywhere we have developing states, developing countries, doing one thing or the other to improve their digital society. So based on the fact that as a person, I run a software company, and a software company in the sense that every young person needs to carve for himself or herself an early niche. And that was the early thing that we were able to do for myself. And I think as time goes on, I became the UN World Summit Awards National Expert for Nigeria. And this is just to share my story and why we are on this course at this time. So in the last 10 years, I have actually represented Nigeria on a volunteerism on the United Nations World Summit Awards Nigeria, for which we still run in the country up till today. And what this simply means is that I am made to scout across every length and breadth of this country for young, innovative hands who are doing something good to develop their digital society. Of course, their immediate community, and of course, their larger community at large. So we have taken this process very far. And I must say that in the last 10 years, Nigeria has recorded very, very good records on the global network of the UN World Summit Awards. But that being said, how can we sustain is the essence why we feel I stay in Lagos, and perhaps we use the internet a lot to do a lot of work. But it has really gone out of hand because now we need to get down to every corner of the country. So what are we looking for? We want each state government to endorse the innovation, the UN initiative as a local hub, for which this will fasten, it will quicken my work to appreciating and of course promoting as many people as we can get in Kano across all the local governments that we encourage. And that was why we started by training some people. We got some scholarship last 2 years to train some people so that they can be ahead. And these people can be part of people who will join the trainer kind of network that we are building in the country. And this will enable us reduce the cost of getting education to these people. So in the last mandate that I got last year, December 3rd, for which we were able to get the Honorable Minister, Professor Issa Pantami, or the Honorable His Excellency Issa Pantami, the Honorable Minister for Digital Economy, for Communications and Digital Economy, to open that event for us at the UN. And we're particularly very glad that he did he gave very insightful position about what is doing well for Nigeria, and we were glad at that because innovation and innovators in Nigeria really seek the face of government. We seek the face of governance to use all these homegrown activities to develop their environments. And that is why we are now embarking on a 1 million digital citizens innovation hub. And how will this 1 million innovation hub come about? We are getting, as young people across the entire states, to build a virtual network that we can train on a yearly basis. So the state has a lot of role to play in that. The prayers we have is that we should, for once, of course, make sure that these projects in action, particularly the UN-based World Summit Award Nigeria competition, is planted in every state. And we actually want the leadership of the ICT of the state to be in charge. We need to work directly with him or her so that they can actually help us with giving us the reach out to these young people who are looking for opportunities. We are trying to see how we don't give them wrong opportunities. We don't start with money with any one of them. We don't even have money to give. But in the course of what we do, we take them to where they can own projects, see what the rest of the world is doing, innovate to help their local environment, and of course, make their prosperity in the course of doing this, and it becomes a permanent divine blessing on their palms as we go. So the World Summit Award right now is actually a project that should be run and endorsed by every state government, and this is actually the prayer we have for Kano State government, that the UN World Summit Awards should be run and endorsed by the ICT of the states. And after that, we also look at this incubation. This incubation right now goes across all the 36 states, if you see here. And right now, we have received the blessings of Nasarawa state government. We have also received the blessings of Zamfara state government. And on these two states for now, they have official pages, profound endorsed official pages. And for this, they have also started, the process has just started. This month we are live because after we have created so many innovators in the last 10 years, this new decade, the Programmers Foundation is actually ensuring that we are harvesting the resources from all these creators of the last 10 years. They are Nigerians, alongside our international networks, to use them to incubate brand new set of next generation youths in this new 10 years. And we can't go it alone, is why we are seeking the face of government and governance to help us. Now, this is a typical determination for each state. Once we are done with Kano today, I'll be so glad that we have face behind the government in this project, and we can take it up all there, because this project needs to be off the ground first week of March this year. And we are incubating youth from across the country virtually, less expensive, very, very cheaply, but you'll be amazed at the kind of content we are giving to these people so that they can change their life forever. Now, I want to just share this particular determination for this particular state for us to see. First is, this is the country Africa. Nigeria status, the country is, okay, this project runs between now and 2030. And the eminent national expert, I remain that for Nigeria, and I've just had my 10th year anniversary. And I'm happy the records I've made in the last 10 years, because it still stands out as the best for Nigeria in the entire continent called Africa. And we can even do better and sustain it, is why we are going this stretch. Now, we obviously will recognize the Honorable Executive Governor of the state, as well as all our partners, and of course, every other party who has involved, because this project will involve, okay, these are nominations from all, the state will nominate these youth for us. Youth who are innovating, who have ideas, so that we can put them in the technical committee at the national level. And we are using this to plan their various states and sending them errands as to what they can do to improve the local communities in Kano State and every other state as it were. And these are life scenarios. Now, luckily for them, they have what they call the ZIDA, which is the former Honorable SSA on ICT, His Excellency, Honorable Tambura Mohamed Yahya has actually been on ground, because they've been part of our project since last year, where the executive governor actually had to stop all schools in the states and for last year, and got all these undergraduates to join our virtual campus, innovation campus workshop last year. And they were so amazed at the outcome, because we actually addressed over 1,000 students across 17 universities across the country. And this we are doing on an annual basis. Now, we are actually going to look at all the local governments in the state. And right now, we have what we call the ICT for Seeds and Fara. Every local government in this state is being determined. And I know in Kano, all the local governments are being dimensioned so that we are sure that we have an element of an innovator in each of these local governments. It's a real ground building thing for national building. We may not be going political, but quite frankly, there is no political program that will not see this helpful, because this project has been a UN initiative for developing countries long before now. But it required a lot of research, which we've been through before we are now going live on this. We are now on the field, and we're not just talking in the air anymore. And that is why we are talking to the fields within the country, and we have data that we're going to build between now and subsequent years to come in the new decade. Now, this network is of over 182 countries, and it has been on for about 18 years. And we have a network of 15,000 network plus. Solutions in terms of digital solutions that have served the world has countless, have been about 11,400 plus in the last 18 years. And events that this network has created has been more than 50 events hosted by different countries from time to time. In the last 2 years and this year, the winners' congresses for the UN World Summit Award has been virtual because of the impact of the COVID, so which we really cannot give anything to, but then we are trying to know when the life can always get to pick up back again. And we work with, you can see a network of, these are national experts, people who are also volunteering. Nobody pays anybody here a dime. These guys are just volunteering from different parts of the world as national experts on the network. So we are just hoping we can actually use this network to build a digital environment as much as we can. And in here, we have Nigeria in between. I have Morocco, I have Madagascar, I have so many other countries. This is Ghana, Dr. Dorothy Gordon from Ghana. You have the UK, as many. So all these networks of people are just one big family trying to see how we can build innovation across our local environments. And that is why we are seeking the face of government, so that we do not, mess up, or rather not, get to sustain the kind of thing that we have had over the past. Now you can see the winners of Nigeria. These are live data. This was in Vienna when a product from Nigeria won. That was about 2018, and the winner here, Tom Roberts, win on smart settlements and urbanization category for Nigeria. Do you know what it is for a country to win? Of all the 180 countries which will come up every year, seek and submit innovations that are usually between 400 and 500 different innovations. In each year, the network of WSA would only produce 40 winners. So for a country to have one product amongst the 40 winning projects is not usually an easy task. And if you go to the World Summit Awards results page, you see that Nigeria has all these records almost every other year, and we're going to see all these details later on. And of course, this was a few years ago also in Cascais in Portugal. We have this other winner also from Nigeria that won on the business and e-commerce category. So we are glad when we see Nigeria wins. We have flounced it, we are happy, and we want to sustain the tempo across. And I wouldn't want it to be like a Nigerian or a Lagos-based thing. Every state should be proud that they are seeing their people have projects winning on the national scale. And of course, for me, as the promoter, when we talk about innovations, and we feel happy when even the industry also identifies you as, as one person to reckon with and all of that. And these are the things that move us. And this actually, the former president of Nigerian Computer Society, Professor Salako, and the rest of us, and of course, our eminent winner of the year, but at least for the recognition of having been doing this over the years. So we are grateful. Now, in the States, it will get to a time that we are trying to see how we recognize the governors, and we are able to rate governors based on how many innovators they're able to generate for their digital societies. Because the solution going forward should be about production of these capacities of people who can actually innovate. Everybody has gone to school. Our business now is to incubate and show them how we can add an icing of innovation on top of their literacy. It does not matter what course they've read in school. And this is actually the dimensions. And of course, the course contents and everything have been put together. They've been validated with whatever the plans the Europe is doing now, because you will agree with me that Well, whatever it is that we're doing in Nigeria, we are just, it's like we are sleeping. Europe has gone very far. The entire Africa performs far less than 6% in the entire global diameter of innovation, when Europe alone is doing 45% every year. So there are principles and everything. We've harmonized it with our course content, and we are going to make sure that people that are innovating in different aspects of life can use all these technologies to impact their immediate societies, which is what is missing today. And in fact, we have on this page on the innovation bed, you can actually go to see a lot more. That's the national, that's actually the global chairman of the UN World Summit Award and his messages for the rest of the world. We classify the various areas of categories of innovation. Each of these categories impact on the Kano state government and any developing state economy. And this is their attention we're trying to direct to anybody who is in school, has stepped out of school. Even if you have stepped out of school, are you working for yourself? Are you in workforce of government or workforce of a private institution? All these categories takes care of you, and we have enough content developed even from Harrisburg University, for which the leadership of the institution there is the lead of the mentors of this project for us, in persons of Professor Amjad Humar, the Director of Programs at Harrisburg University, and is the lead of the UN ICT for Leads for project strategic planning innovation that is helping every ministry of government to improve on what they are doing. So I think eventually every state will come to identify with what we are doing as a knowledge content that is applicable for them and every other government in any developing state. And of course, these are a flashed page of what do we demand. 1, 2, 3, execute youth innovation capacity development empowerment endorsement on Innovationbed Tech Incubation 2030 program. The government is to just endorse this for us, and that's one prayer. The next one is that the State Hub Executive endorsement for United Nations World Summit Award, and this will span through all 774 local government areas. That is, your nominations should come from fairly across all the local governments, and of course, fairly in terms of gender for the opportunities I want to expose them to. Then, lastly, is the State Hub Executive endorsement for the United Nations ICT for Seeds. This is SDGs advisor capacity programs, for which this helps anybody working in government to improve on whatever they are doing so that government can be better in their governance principles and all of that. And this is actually what the program is talking about. And we have a timeline of between that February, March to get started for about 6 months, and on to about August, September, we should be delivering our first set of people in the country. And these people can be tested because they'll be assigned to do instant projects in their local environment. And who are these people? They will be people that you are governing in the state from all the local governments. And we're trying to see how they do not have to pay anything, because in part of our research, Programmers Foundation actually have to foot all the bill for us to make a sense of what these guys can benefit from. As you can actually see, that even from my own background, you realize that I have some people who have benefited from programs in here over the years. These guys, I have to foot all the things. These are life. These guys, I have to foot, like these are graduates. I don't care what discipline, English, mathematics, science and tech, I mean biology, zoo, language, but eventually I match them onto a particular place, onto a particular course of discipline, and they got all jobs and nobody came back to us. So, but then, if you want to put a lot of money that most people will be helpless for to even embark on the incubation, then we realize that not too many people will be able to do it. And this is why we are calling for government to help. And how much is involved in here? By the time we send you the proper documentation, you realize that we may only be charging you for the platform, e-learning platform that we want to be able to put together to accommodate all of them. And we're going to encourage that we build e-learning portals for every local government in the state. And who will do this? The capacity will be built from people from the state, because this is actually part of the assignments. Every local government will have an e-learning portal developed with contents that can help the next generations of these local governments. And it will be long-lasting and not just something face-off that, oh, because one government came in, this other one, it will be dedicated to the local governments and managed by the people there, because we were going to train them to see how they can build e-learning portals for each of their local governments. So many more. In fact, even last year, the governor, I was able to acknowledge our partnership certificate alongside all the things that we're doing at the time and all of that. So I think just for that little talk, that was basically what you can find on the website. So at the end of the day, we realized that the incubation will be such that it will help Kano State if they can enable us to form the World Summit Award divisions. They will be managed by some youth nominated by the states themselves, and of course, we'll be working directly with them. Then the incubation will come by you nominating people. In fact, we're looking at about 2,500 per state per year. But if you look at the lower rate or whatever that is feasible, we can come up with a model that works for the state. But let us make it consistent. Let's keep producing them from now going on. That is the business of this year. That is, digital citizens must learn to know what digital economy is all about. Some of them may not even know what data is to start with. So when you're talking about digital economy, it sounds strange. Some of us are into profession self. They really may not know what all these things mean. But then if they get to be faced with projects that are having all these contents and they know where their left is from their right, they become a lot better and they can develop their local environments. And in other documents I can share with you, I may want to just hear an opinion if we can continue, and of course, what time we have, because there's one other document that is well summarized all of this, and this document is what I'm going to eventually put together and present to the Kano State government for their final endorsement. But the general thing is that by March, between now, we are already counting state-nominated youths who will form the technical incubation committee, who are given the education as to what we are planning to do, so that it will be helpful for me, that I don't have to be everywhere and I have people on ground who understand the goal of the Incubation 2030 project in Nigeria. So these are some of the concerns. Any comments? Any questions?
Oh, this is very, very amazing. Let me start by congratulating Zamfara State for all that have done in terms of IT and digital world. They have tried very, very well. We are also in Kano. We have some achievements that we made since when I came in office, even though that we don't have the agency like Zamfara, Nasarawa, and even Yobe State recently. The Yobe State government have already approved the Yobe State agency. So the Kano State one is also on the process. We have already given them the policy and strategy, so they are working on it. We are afraid very soon we will have that approval from this exercise. In Kano State, like I've said, we have gone very, very far in the areas of e-governance, e-learning system, and I can proudly say it, Kano State is the first state that officially launched e-governance in government.
Yes.
So we are very soon, you may be invited.
Very well. Very well. Very well.
Then we also gone very far on the issue of cyber security, and many more. We are now planning to create ICT hub. The idea is to bring youth ICT talented people on board to give them all support.
Yes.
We are also on the process of creating digital job poster to at least like what you have said in your presentation. Kano State, we have the youth potential.
Very well.
But
Very
they
well.
don't know how to use that potential to be benefited from the digital world.
You're right.
And if you go to the statistical data we have, 70% of Kano State are youth. And between 35 years, 18 to 35 years, and none of them that doesn't have this form that he is operating. The only problem they are having is technical know-how, how they can access some opportunities that are even coming from outside the country. So we are working seriously towards that. So my question here is that with the Innovationbed, yes, what areas that government to partake in the project? You need to be specific on the areas that you need government to intervene. That is number one.
That's right.
We have a number of youth IT graduates and need project of such kind. How can they join in some instances? Then what are the benefits?
Thank you. Thank you.
What are the benefits?
Thank you. That calls me to one last document I want to share with you now, sir. I'll flip through pretty fast. I won't take too much time on it because I may have mentioned quite a number of things. But this next flip, sir, will share many of these strategies in the course of, and even the contents. Because why do you want to train somebody on a wrong thing today? You don't give a wrong knowledge to somebody who is not interested. You give him what is valuable and to make him prosperous based on the content he's having. So that strategy I will share with you very soon now. If I can continue, sir.
Okay.
Can I continue, sir?
Yes, go on, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, then. Thanks. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Now, yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hey, excellent. I got that. Right. Let me share this again. I'm loading a screen now. If it comes up, you can see it.